Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. What's up, Libra? I'm not even gonna lie, I had a little bit of a struggle focusing on your energy, y'all. It's not heavy. I feel like there's a lot on your mind, a lot contemplating, which I mean only makes sense, going to the new year with everybody, of course, Libra wants to be balanced. So, y'all been thinking about a lot on your mind, a lot of stuff to process in your thought bubbles. Y'all gotta worry about you, yourself, your own spirituality awakening and maintaining, healthy balance all within and out of there and stuff that impacts you directly. Then you got the holidays. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Man, y'all, I know all about the holidays. I have Libra in my which one works with Venus? I'm still learning the astrology aspect of it. Oh yeah, be patient with me when it comes to like getting these videos out. I know I always say that, huh? But I started school, so I'm going to class for learning crystals and some other cool aspects of healing. Because I just think that it's cool, like there's various forms of healing and that can go with readings and things of that nature. And yeah, I'm literally like diving full-fledged. Like once I get a hold of something, I get a hold of it. Like I don't let go. And then with Libra, shoot, I think it's Mars, Venus. No, I'm a Scorpio and Venus, but it works with how I feel about like religious studies, my Libra, and as far as how things are conducted in like a structured social aspect and fairness in society and things of that nature. So yeah, that house out of all the houses. But so being Sag, Scorpio, cusp with Venus and Scorpio, and most of my sign being most of my chart being fire and water. But I don't like bullies. So definitely something I'm extremely passionate about. And there's a lot of bullies in the world. But anywho, back to you. Oh, well, maybe you guys feel like you're kind of getting picked on, whether it's not really, don't feel like it's really getting picked on, but when somebody around you says something you don't really favor, or something you don't really like, something that kind of bothers you a little bit, or this is a feeling from yourself. Or maybe it's your cross watcher feeling that way. Hey, cross watcher, maybe you said something that's kind of like, I don't know about that, but, oh, so that's where that came from. Okay, cool. So check this out. I had I'm just shuffling. Reveal your truth, know your fears. Yeah, I'm just shuffling right now. Let me give you guys, because now I see where that came from. It's kind of weird for me, but actually had a message channel come through. Y'all just, I ain't even say thank you yet. Go through my normal little routine. Like, can we put the cards down because they don't. But I feel like maybe somebody's like around you that you're feeling The fact that I can't put my it's like an unsure feeling, but not in a negative way. Which, like I said, in a non-positive way, I'm not gonna say, bad or something like that, or negative, because using those words alone, because the energy that's associated with those words, it pulls that energy in as well. I know it, right? Something new. Classes coming in handy. But it's not a not positive way though. It's, I don't know. My finger can't really necessarily put my finger on it, and I think that's what it actually is. That feeling, something that you can't put your finger on. It's like something about a situation, a person. It's just like something, right? All right, Spirit, we thank you. We greatly appreciate you bringing us here and giving us all these good and informative messages, signs, symbols, synchronicities, and all that great stuff that can pop up in our lives to let us know that we are on the right path. Numerology, geometric shapes, crystals, all the good stuff. We appreciate the energies that are here for us to be able to gather them in our harness and then use them for the highest good of all, in light and love, in all sorts and all in all aspects of life, for the highest good of all, and abundance in every aspect of life. We greatly appreciate you. Allow you to keep, leading us in the leading us in the right direction, and give us, the messages that, you were like, Libra, allow me to be a clear channel for Libra to get the messages that you had there. Signed, sealed, delivered. It's theirs, already waiting for them. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you. All right. See how they do me? No, that's me being clumsy. They're like, really? You gonna blame that on me? Like, what? Yeah. Yeah, I joke around with my guys. Yeah, that was definitely an essential process I went through, getting sick. Did you guys feel that too? Like, the weekend and or going into the beginning part of this week was like, I was feeling sick, like I was about to come down with something. You know how, like, it's the day before you get like super sick? That's what it felt like for 3 days straight. Like, it was like, okay, it's like having that sneeze, like, okay, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, damn, it don't come out. All right, but look, we're 8 minutes in. I got time to stay up this if you want to, or y'all just listen to my rambles and everything. But we had respect your boundaries, honor Gaia, honor spirit. Respect your boundaries, yes. Respect your boundaries. Don't let people... And this is, respect your boundaries as far as, you don't, go and meddle in with other people's business or put your 2 cents in where it doesn't belong. If it ain't harming you or anything, like, it's not even no need to comment on it. For what? Why? Why put yourself in that energy? Why even allow those thoughts to come into, your head, your mind, which, it's hard, ain't nothing working towards is really worth working towards it unless it does make a great impact or change. And changing yourself is the hardest thing, because your mind. It's literally changing your mind, your mindset, erasing, things that were brought with you from, whether you believe in past lives, whether you believe in generational curses from Christianity and other religions, or ancestral war or something that you didn't correct, or your ancestors didn't correct, or whatever. It's hard. It's not going to be easy. Like, a lot of people are like, okay, well, you just... No, there is no you just. Like, nobody's going to go through a spiritual awakening or this process the same way. And that's why, I wouldn't mind, hearing from you guys and actually chit-chatting and voicing it out, because like I said, I said in like the Aquarius video a week ago, I completely understand, because I didn't necessarily have anybody. And it's like, yeah, you can like email the readers and stuff like that, but a lot of them don't reply. So it's like you're still talking to yourself essentially. Like, yeah, you leave comments. That's why like I love the readers that are more interactive, that do like the live, which I mean, I'm not putting no shade or nothing on anybody who don't do it. They got their own business, they got their own life, they do what they do. Do what you do. My preference, and I still have a few readers that I follow, where they don't do that, but it allows you to branch out. It allows you to see other people and actually speak to them, and actually read their comments, and they're reading your comments, and you're all communicating in like a online seminar, if you will. Just hanging out, chilling, get to know, like, oh my God, I'm really truly not the only freaking one. A lot of people don't have that. Me being an extreme introvert, yeah, I'm half introvert and half extrovert. But as I get older, I'm sinking more into my introvert mode. Yeah, honestly, it really depends. It depends. So, I know I'm going on, but it does. It being that way, I don't really have too many friends on the outside. I have a lot of associates, but friends is a term that I, use very, very lightly. Associate somebody, hey, let's go kick it, da 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 da. Friend is somebody that, you can tell something, fairly personal to, because friends can get so close where they actually become family. Family doesn't have to be the people that you're actually related to. All biology is the setup of our basic structure. That's it. Because technically, we're all related. We're in the human race. One way, one shape, one form. We all originated and started somewhere. Whether you call them Adam and Eve or Adam and Steve, I really don't give a damn. Yeah, I know two guys. It's y'all work with me. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't care what the hell the name was. Hell, this boy's name Ashley. It could be a girl, you don't know. But short for Stephanie, she just wanted to call Steve, dang it. But with that being said, respect your boundaries, as far as you not allowing anybody or anything that's outside that you cannot control, because you can't control somebody else's free will. You can alert them, you can let them know, and that's it. But respect your boundaries. I feel like there could be somebody coming back from your past, somebody, or this person already here, or whether it's a friend, relative, not sure yet, clarifying all that good stuff. But people do change. A lot of people have a set mindset where, oh, well, you did me wrong, you did this, you did that, nope, I'm done. Which by all means you can have that, but just know that that's the energy that you're putting out, so that's the same energy you're going to receive. So when it comes time for you to truly want like a second chance, or truly want like, hey, you know what, I'm sorry, da 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 da, and somebody treats you that way, just know that, well, that was the same energy that you had put out at one point in time. Because I know I could be perfectly honest, there's been times where, yeah, I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. And that's the thing about me. I'm going to tell you, I'm not perfect. And if I mess up or get something wrong or misunderstood or miscomprehend something, I'm going to, hey, I messed up. I took this way. I thought this was this. I thought this was that. I thought blah, blah, blah. I thought blah, blah, blah. And especially being, an introvert, and me being the person that I am, just, believing people. I feel like you guys maybe have, some of you guys maybe have like, have that where, I just believe people, And I always end up in some shit just for doing it. For one, that's a very good characteristic. You just gotta filter through, the people that aren't worth putting all that into, and that does take a little bit of time. So you definitely have some fire in your chart. Whoever I'm talking to about this, you definitely have some passion, in tune with your emotions, your feminine side. But you just gotta take our time, filter it. I've been there too. I've been there, and I also been on the other side as well. But it's literally being understanding of everything, and that's why like we have stuff like haters and people putting other people down and stuff like that, because nobody actually has a true sense of understanding. Like, what if that was you? Oh, but that will never be me. Never say never. First of all, two, you don't know. It might have been you, but in a completely different situation in your past, or maybe somewhere else. Like, just because you where you are now, don't mean that you didn't make those mistakes back then, or you can't possibly make those mistakes now. Just because somebody's spiritual, like that's the one thing that does seem to come to some type of an effect when people do decide to go be like preachers or anything else. I'm like, oh well, this person's supposed to be perfect and just completely uplifting and all of that. Like, yeah, Aquarius, yeah. I'm talking about. Are y'all connected with Aquarius? Because I feel a lot like a passion, but like passion, like not emotion, passion, like thoughts, which makes sense because Libra, they balance their emotions with their thoughts. But for me, it's more so I feel it. I feel it. Like it's kind of cool. I'm all passion, so it's all in here with here, but I feel it like more in like yeah. I ain't we ain't gonna go into explaining me. But I'm like, whoever it is that's out there, don't let somebody respect your boundary. I feel like don't let somebody, because that's what that's going around too. Y'all just got me being long winded. So somebody in your circle around you, in your atmosphere, is making you feel a little bit threatened, a little bit antsy in your seat, a little unsure of yourself, maybe because you thought one thing about a person and, it's something else turns out to be true and you was just oh so sure. People can be wrong. People can be wrong. That's why a lot of people are like, oh, well, my cars never lie or anything like that. I don't say that because it's not the fact that it's a lie or you. Now, can people make stuff up and just, well, yeah, that's being deceitful. But it doesn't mean, it's a lie. It could be true out there for somebody. But not everybody has the same intuitive principles. Not everybody has the same intuitive inklings or speak to the same guys or practice the same divination or have the same understanding or the same knowledge or put things together the same way or have the same experiences. Therefore, that's what makes this so freaking cool, is that when you do a reading or something, or you get a reading and then you go get your own or whatever, and then like other people are like, it's cool, it's awesome, it's amazing, it's a great feeling, it's a wonderful feeling. And no, it's not us validating like, oh okay, well, make sure that it's cool. It's like great minds think alike, even though that's not the whole saying. It's actually saying that you shouldn't. Great minds think alike. When people say that, that's actually not the whole saying. If you notice, a lot of sayings we have aren't actually what they actually truly mean. Like blood is thicker than water. Actually, that if you the whole complete thing changes it the opposite way. It basically saying that yeah, people, but it's the people who are closest to you, which is usually your family, because you're taught to be closer to your family than people on the outside. Those are the first people who actually betray you, because it's the people who actually go through the war and spill blood for you and with you, that's going to be held together versus somebody that's just, that's water. That, only there when they need a drink or something. But somebody's around you, see, and Injustice came out in reverse. You know, we don't do reversals, but we acknowledge them here. Oh yeah, I know I'm like 20 minutes in, so sun, moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter, however it resonates with ya. General guidance, maybe, you know, it's just a inkling, something you need to clear it up. But I feel like somewhere around you is kind of like making you feel a little unsure of yourself. You're good. You're good. Respect your boundaries. Don't let somebody else impede on your feelings just because they feel some type of way, or they said some type of way, or they see something else, and because all that is just a reflection of themselves. It's reminding them of something that, you know, maybe it was that they weren't proud of before, that you just happen to remind them of, something that they used to do, something that, you know, that they're not proud of that you are. Don't change it just because somebody else doesn't agree with you or say what you say or feel the way you feel, or you know, go about things the way you go about things. So what? Especially in like a new situation or something you're about to venture off into, or anything along those lines, because baby steps. A lot of people started off on training wheels. Some people did, some people didn't. Hell, I had training wheels on my bike. Doesn't make you any better or any less. Everybody learns at a different curve, at a different speed, at a different rate. It doesn't mean, like, people like, oh, well, that's a natural gift, and, you know, da da da. Everybody has it. It's just some people are more pronounced in that area or whatever it is versus somebody else. It's not that somebody else can't get there. It's just that it might take them a little bit longer because of what they have to learn or them practicing. Hell, there's people who practice so and worked harder because they didn't have the natural ability to just, oh, okay, well, I got this, that surpassed the other people. You know, so just because, you know, you're where you are right now, don't let it, you know, get to you, because you are building a stable foundation. Because with justice, that's why I don't do reversals. For one, it was already told to me, it doesn't matter how a car could come out up, right way, upside down, sideways, diagonal. It fall like that. You know, it doesn't matter, because the message is still, you know, going to come out. It's still going to come out regardless. But you are building a steady foundation. Maybe you guys seen orbs. Orbs, my thing stood out very. But you have the Four of Wands. So with that passion, you have stability. Your mind is working with your emotional side. It's flirting with it. You know, flirting with it. Justice is balance. So you're bringing, you know, balance to your passions, to what you know is good for yourself, to what, you know, you see for yourself, your own life, your own limelight, where you want to be, where you want to go. And then we have the Empress running it. And this isn't what's going on. I feel like this is honestly what's going on currently. For some of you, it's already happened. Long for both energies. And that was the Master Ascendant number 33. Oh yeah. 30's the new 20, baby. Yeah, what you know about that? But respect your boundaries, respect yourself. Don't let anybody tell you different. Don't let anybody allow you to feel different. Don't allow anybody to make you think different when you know what's right for you, when you know how you feel about something, just because somebody else. And yeah, some people could use their tone. They might not even know that that's, you know, what it is, but, you know, their tone. Because sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And sometimes it's not how you say things, it's actually what you say. Because something still could sound completely shitty, even when... Oh, snaps. Even when, you know, even when you're trying to be nice about it. If something was probably not a nice thing to say, it doesn't matter how nice you say it. It's still a not nice thing. Yeah, y'all gonna have a little lengthy one. Honor Gaia is the next one. I know I'm just itchy. But man, it gets hot when they start talking to me, and then I start itching. All right. Honor Gaia. Honor the spirit. You have the devil in reverse that came out 9. Yeah. See Master Ascendancy. Yeah, we are going through an ascension process, which, it's crazy that I mentioned that before this came out. Then on top of, 18, even if when you divide that, it's 9, and 8 plus 1 is 9. And then 99 makes, or 3 times 3 makes what? 9. And they're like right next to each other. That is so cool. Oh, that is so cool though. Then it's embrace spirit and then embrace the dark, and 8 and 9. But okay, honor Gaia. Honor Gaia though, honor your spirit, guys. Honor, try to stay away from temptation, things that put you in a state of unbalance or in a state of confusion, as far as when it goes to trusting, spirit, and trusting your guides and listening to your intuition, and keeping you on the straight and narrow, because I get it. You had a lot of things that happened in your life where you thought that you were doing the right thing, you thought you were listening to your intuition, but it left you hurt, and you just sitting there like, damn, that's how you do me though. Damn, that's how you do me. That's how you do me. The person was like, yeah, but that's okay, There's vulture circling over his ass now. You see, ain't no vulture over her. Because, she ain't doing nothing. She don't walk away, but they going after him when he thinking, yeah, I got away with some shit. No, but they going back after him like, okay. All right. Karma. Birds of karma. Justice is being served in a situation that's coming to balance that had the devil energy. This is another scenario I'm getting that had the devil energy around it, that was either temptations, manipulation, whether it was even you manipulating yourself out of something, like cheating yourself out of something, whether it's love, whether it's job, job, career, same thing. And you got betrayed and was hurt in the process. Clarify the devil, please, spirit. Clarify the devil, please. I know my bird is everywhere. It's like, look, you should for these cards, you ain't got one yet. Tower moment in reverse. Yes, under the devil. Now, tower moment just coming out in reverse, could mean that something was about to unfold, whether people like, oh, a tower moments, something. But the fact that it's right underneath the devil and it came out in reverse is the fact that it's right next to the 6 of Wands, is the fact that it was something that was probably about to unfold that wasn't in your highest good, that wasn't, because of a lack of imbalance from people, being able to run over you, and, with their personal opinions being able to affect it, which, it was you, not respecting yourself and your boundaries as a person. Like, no, excuse me, no, don't bring that to me. My name is Bidit and I ain't in it, and it clouded, you being able to honor Gaia, listen to your spirits, or meditate, or do whatever it is that you had and needed to do for your spirituality, for you to be, better and awakened and on the straight and narrow, so you can get where it is that you need to be. But in the being right next to the 6 of Wands, like you listen to your intuition, you balance your masculine and feminine energies, you got your boundaries underway, because it's just right next to the Empress. Like, and you know you have a lot of creativity, you have a lot of passion for whatever the situation is. If it's a situation in a love situation, you know, you could be getting somebody back from the past. Yeah, a lot of exes have been moving around. I'll say that is the hangman. Okay, yeah, so the love situation. Pregnancy. She's pregnant. You got your the person's passionate about you. It was the tower moment was in reverse because you're not really sure what to do exactly about this situation. You're like, okay, well, or maybe, oh, somebody slipped up, got somebody pregnant. Yeah, excuse me, that's my son out there. I'm trying to record, and he can be a little bit of a brat at times. But oh, did somebody get somebody pregnant, and you know they're not really sure if. I mean, it happens. Look. We ain't discussing abortion up on here. That's a very thin line between that one and I mean, whatever the situation is, though, you're coming in like the King of Wands and not like in with his negative qualities. You have the Four of Swords, so you're ready to release the burdens, let things go. It didn't necessarily take a tower moment. I felt like instead of the universe stepping in and creating a tower moment, you kind of realized it or realized the situation that was a little bit unhealthy, something that you knew that you were doing wrong, that you needed to change or improve on, and you just was like, you know what, I'm just gonna lay it down. Ain't nothing wrong being in the cold. Ain't nothing wrong being in the snow. The snow is beautiful. I got roses all around me. I'm just gonna sit here in the snow, make snow angels. Do you want to build a snowman? You know, she looked a little cold. I'm like, okay, it is a little cold. But this is nice. Just not caring all of that and, you know, just yeah, like there's no blood. She's just sitting there, you know, she got her one sword, you know, in her hand, like, okay, obviously, you know, I'm outside, I need some protection, you know, in case of wolves, you know, decide to pop up, you know. I don't know Little Red Riding Hood like that. And something reignited your passion. You came from being hurt, being in the hangman to the King of Wands, and you're owning it. Like, just it's definitely not his negative aspects, because sometimes the King of Wands can be overly, you know, passionate, because Wands is fire, you know, and whatever their gifts are, you know, you can use it, especially when it comes on in the verse. Whatever your gifts are, whatever what propels you in life and gets you where you gotta go, it can be used in a negative way. Because, you know, like I said, we all have a form of manipulation and or narcissistic traits within us. It's literally because of ancestral, you know, realms, generational curses that are just passed down. You know, things like, you know, I grew up in a household that just say, you know, what goes on in this house stays in this house. 33. You know, that's out there, so that means something for somebody out there, you know. You don't have to know. Why can't we discuss the stuff that goes on? Like, not everybody inside this house knows something, and especially growing up in a single parent household, like, so. Right, I'm a teenager, like, that's just, well, you know, I was a teenager. I ain't a teenager no more. Wish I was, kinda. But, no, I don't. I like where I am. I only want to be a teenager to go back and restart something. Or maybe what this is, maybe you're connecting with somebody who is from your teenage years, or make you feel like a kid again. In a love aspect, or whatever this job is, it makes you feel happy, like happiness that you haven't felt since you were a kid, since you were a child. Oh, y'all gonna have a reading, because I told y'all energy already at the beginning of this was, we're gonna try to get to no more than 40 minutes, but I told y'all had a lot on your mind. A lot on your mind. So you have the Page of Wands. Oh. Underneath the Hermit. I know, I just kind of stopped showing y'all the cards. No, that was the Hangman and all of that. But You have the Hermit and then the Page of Wands. And the Embrace Spirit with right next to the Four of Swords. So because of you feel like you need to bring balance and justice, you balance, you're balancing your feminine and your negative, or your feminine and your masculine energy. Maybe you have some negative thoughts in your mind frame, things that you didn't think that was going to work that could actually come true. You balance out the temptation of going into the Five of Swords of feeling like, oh my God, I feel so betrayed, I feel so hurt. And instead, you went inside to hermit mode. Yeah, it came out as a Page of Wands. This Page of Wands, like she's kind of like, okay, I'm a vibe, I'm gonna listen to music, I'm gonna meditate, I'm gonna connect with Source. I know how I feel, and whether it was something that it wasn't, I don't want to say negative because it doesn't feel negative, or see, there goes that word. I don't want to say anything that's not positive because it doesn't feel like it was not positive, but it probably wasn't like the best feeling either. Like, you weren't happy, you weren't sad, you weren't mad, you weren't upset, but you weren't elated. Like, you're kind of just there, like, okay, it was like a complete sense and surrender of a full acceptance, which that's beautiful. That's amazing, especially when it comes to a person, because a lot of people hold things like you can say, okay, well, yeah, no, I just know not to, mess with them again. Then that's still holding a grudge. That's not forgiving and letting go and moving on. Okay, well, I'm just not gonna have those type of people in my life, or I'm just not gonna. But by, not having those type of people, in your life, if they're good people and, they're not intentionally doing anything wrong, like, yeah, you're going to have to be like, okay, look, I can't keep, and that comes, as far as respecting your boundaries. Somebody keeps talking about the same stuff, like, look, you're a cool person, we vibe, we get along and everything else, but, you seem to have a lot of baby mama problems, and honestly, I gave you my advice and you seem to do the complete opposite. So, as far as that part of a relationship goes, how about we that just don't exist between us, like, because I'm not the type of person to like repeating myself, and that's how I will go about things. But it doesn't mean I have to completely cut the person off just because I don't agree with what they said or what they do or what they believe or what they. That's the whole part about being. That's the whole beautiful part about being in the country that we are in, is literally for that reason. We're all different. We're all, and it might not be something that you're not gung ho happy about, but just because you're not doesn't mean that they can't be or somebody else isn't. But it was complete acceptance of a situation that you felt like it was going to bring you the creativity, the passion, the joy, the empress, the emotions that you were looking for. But there was a lot of passion, strength to get beyond that, having to respect your boundaries and like, okay, well, and being balanced with it as well. Like, okay, I'm not gonna be an asshole, I'm not gonna be a jerk, but I'm gonna keep this balance, but I'm gonna have my passion for myself, that, turn the situation around for you. And yeah, it had you stuck for a little bit, but you were able to go within. Embrace the dark. Embrace the dark, which is, see, nines. I love ending in like nines and tens and things of that good stuff, because yeah, it's this 2019 about to be sweet. Like 2019 about to be awesome. Embrace the dark though. Embrace the dark. Embrace. Is that a fairy? I never noticed that. Huh. There's two of them. Is that a cat or a dog? What do you think? A cat or a dog? I don't know. But yeah, there's two little fairies on there. But embrace your dark side, embrace your shadow side, embrace the moon side. Embrace the moon side, embrace the dark, embrace the side that a lot of people are afraid to, let go, and that people, told you that was a negative quality. You have to find your niche to channel it to make that your best aspect. And I feel like you already know. You already know what, a lot of people said, was like, mine was like my emotions. Like, I could get completely carried away with my emotions and be, overwhelmed. I see this one. But being such a fiery, sign and having, but growing up the way that I grew up, I wasn't really allowed to express too many of my emotions. So when it came to situations that I was involved in, being able to express my emotions, wasn't the easiest thing in the world. Wasn't the easiest thing in the world. It wasn't the easiest thing in the world at all, not by a long shot. Um, but and I started to release those feelings in an unhealthy manner, being in romantic relationships and liking people, and you know, and having too much in there, or just be willing to just completely jump all in, and thinking that, oh, this other person feels the same way or thinks the same thing, or not really doing an investigation and studying things out and listening to other people. That's why respect your boundaries, because listening to other people, especially if you have a naive-ish type of spirit, and I did. I don't anymore. It took a good 4 or 5 months but you, you just can't. Which, I mean, it would be beautiful to be like, oh yeah, you just go and trust people, but it just doesn't work that way all the time. But so for me, I was able to take what people consider to be what was too much and what was overburdensome as far as my emotions and being an extremely passionate person. It was just, I feel everything. Didn't know that that's part of being a highly sensitive empath and absorbing so much, and like for me, like that was honestly a couple decades worth of, like, when I actually got into a relationship, because I didn't even date until like I was like 19, and it was a mixture of factors. For one, I was born a female and I liked women. um it wasn't as prominent as being gay and being open, as like we had secret meetings we used to have to meet up in just so we could all hang out. um so it was that aspect. I got made fun of because of my skin complexion. So it was that aspect. And then going to a school that was predominantly white. So yeah, most of the people, like, either, yeah, it's just how it was. Being dark skinned was not in in the early 2000s. And yeah, John B came out, we kind of just, and Shamar Moore, and yeah, we had Morris Chestnut, but and then just seeing friends and stuff in situations and like really stressed out and crying all the time. I'm like, I ain't got time for that. I'll wait until I'm graduate or something, man. Ain't nobody got time for that. I just want to be happy, go to school, study. Like, I got enough to worry about, working and uh, going to school and playing sports and being in after school activities. Yeah, I did it all. Yes, I had a full time job ever since my freshman year, as well as played ran track and JRTC and stuff like that. So man, I told you, y'all had a lot going on. So y'all just got a lot going on, because I'm coming. They telling me all these stories, that's had, and it's not like too much where it's, because I feel like most of you guys already been through. I feel like it's already happened. For some, very few of you, this is still playing completely out. But I took that passion and I was able to put it into writing. My poetry has gotten so much better, which is crazy. Which I know, we've been talking for a while, and I'm going off tangent, but obviously this is meant for somebody to hear it out there. I actually got to a point when I was in high school and I was like, I have nothing else to write about, and I actually had like Now I know they were visions because I was plainly awake and it was like a movie playing in my head. And I was like, oh, because I don't have anything to write about. I haven't been through anything to have anything of substance to write about. Because the people that I did look up to were people like Eve and Queen Latifah and DMX and Mary J. Blige and Faith Evans and Whitney Houston and TLC and people that had genuine Tyrese, people that had passion behind them, Rough Ends, Faith Evans, all of them, but they've all been through shit in their lives as well. So it's hard to have that passion and all that behind something when it's not necessarily something that you've been through or that you could relate to, or something about, okay, well, I felt the opposite of it. So to feel I felt the not positive side of it, so to feel the positive side, or I felt the positive side, so this is probably how the not positive side, or whatever it could be, and it like kind of all makes sense. So that was might be for just a few of you. Might be something from the time you were a kid that you just want to do, and you battled yourself, battled other people, and and you were going back and forth on it, like I don't know, but now you're like, what, I'm going for it. I'm going for it because the fact that Embrace Your Dark Side came out with Judgment and the King of Pentacles. With the King of Pentacles, he's balanced, he's fair, he's able to, you're balancing, take what you have inside your the things that could be negative qualities, transform them into positive strengths for your goals, dreams, wishes, love life, whatever the case may be. And you came to that conclusion, especially with the Judgment being right next to the Hermit. You came out of meditation, you were able, then you're coming out as a King of Pentacles, because whatever it is that you were seeking is going to manifest here in the physical world. And right under that is the Queen of Cups. So not only do you have the material things that you need, but you also have the emotion, the passion behind it that you need and request. And yeah, the moon can be symbol of secrets, but I don't see it as like negative secrets. I see it as like secrets, as like deep feelings or deep intensity, things that you're hiding that needs to be said, that needs to be let out, and that's right next to the world. Underneath that, then you have the Nine of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. So with the Nine of Pentacles and with the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, he's taking his time. He's enjoying everything, enjoying life as well, so enjoy life. Do what it is that you need to do, because you're on the right track. You're on the right track. And unicorns you're definitely manifesting. And it's coming. So to sum it all up, the Queen of Swords with strength. So you're cutting out stuff that no longer serves you. Stuff that didn't help you transform to get here, things that held you back. And it's not necessarily people, because people can change. I don't care. Yeah, some people can't change, or not. It's not that they can't, they choose not to. It's free will. Just like we choose to be happy, and we choose to improve our lives by following readers and looking up astrology and meditating and taking spiritual baths. And yeah, just like you change, why can't the next person change? Like, everybody's like, oh, well, I'm spiritual. Well, yeah, ask that spiritual person what the hell it was that they've been through before to get them to this place. Because usually it's something, transformative. And I'm not saying that, but we're not perfect. We did something to somebody, and somebody did something to us. And, it's the circle of things. But, you're cutting it out. You're stepping away from things that, that not helping you, that's not healthy for you. And you have the strength to do so. It's not like you have the strength like you're ready to just go out there and go get it. You have the strength like you're balancing between the material world and your emotions, because of the fact that, look, there's already a lot of wands here, so you're already manifesting you're manifesting, because wands is the tool of the musician, magician. So hey, maybe you're a musician. Hey, I feel you, man. Okay, so we just okay. All right, we're gonna go with these. No, okay. 4 and 10. So yeah, you're having balance. Oh, it's for the numbers. Okay, it's for the numbers. So 4 and 10, you balance. Get a crystal guidance card for Libra, because we already been talking for an hour. Yeah, I'm working on getting Vimeo guys, so we can break these up. All right, Azurite. And Anodolite. Okay, from the same body. That's alright. That's alright. Azurite, the soul connector. Azurite 23 has a sedative effect on the mind, stealing it so that profound healing and conscious connection with your soul, the universal mind, and higher dimension occurs. Healing insight, aligning to as above, so below, as without, so within, leads to a sense of rightness and immense well-being. Divination, recognize that you are an integral part of humanity. Center yourself in inner peace and connect to your higher mind before making a decision. Beneficial contacts come through friends and family. It is not so much what you know as whom that counts. It is not so much what you know as whom that counts now, and that includes higher beings. See, didn't I say y'all was waiting? Y'all had some stuff on your mind. Dang it. Told you. See? Cosmic consciousness. Andalite. Andalite gently facilitates integration and releases emotional blockages standing in the way of spiritual awakening. It reminds us that consciousness is omniscient and omnipresent, seeing all, knowing all. Immerse yourself in the mystical interconnectedness that is cosmic consciousness. Healing insight, enlightenment can happen right now. You are part of everything, and everything is a part of you. Divination, you are here to experience cosmic consciousness. Transfer your goals and seek a new direction. You have exceptionally clear sight now. Stripped to the bone as the old falls away. Do not despair. New light is infused. When you transform your awareness, humanity experiences a quantum shift. Now, cohesive, man. They're my homies, man. Okay. I thought it was a bugbear. I don't like bugs. I know I was in my military. I still don't like them in my house. Man. Remember, I know this was a long reading, guys. So, those of you who are still here, or maybe you took a break and came back, like, there was so much. There was a lot. And whatever they give me, like, I'm not the type of person to just be, like, pick and choose, because by all means, like, I follow readers as well, and if there's something that's meant to be said, hell, I want you to say it. I don't care if it does take an hour. I might look at the video and be like, damn, okay, but I'm really, really drawn to this. All right, well, let me go ahead and fix my bowl of cereal, and let's go ahead and get it in. But I appreciate y'all. We shall be back in 2 weeks. Catch you later.